won't forget what you've done here. No one will. Thank you.
Kommer jag dö här nu då eller? Nej, jag vet inte vad är det för kod. Hej, välkommen tillbaka till Fallout 3. Nu har det blivit dags att gå vidare i storyn helt enkelt. Jag kommer inte riktigt ihåg vad det var jag skulle dit. To the Citadel. Nu ska vi se. Ska jag in i the Citadel helt enkelt? Verkar det som. Jag var ju lite fiende med, men det var inte Brotherhood of Steel utan det var några andra. Måste kolla vad är det för, vad står det på questen? Report to L. Lions at the Citadel. Här tränar de.
The longer we sit here, the more time they have to shore up their defenses. We should hit them sooner rather than later.
We barely have the manpower to keep the Citadel fortified. We've been over this before, Sarah.
So we just wait until they decide we're next on the list? If the Pride goes in now, we might have a chance.
And if you fail, then what? The risk is not worth the reward.
I agree. Without the Gek, the Purifier is useless to the Enclave anyway. They may give up before long.
I don't like it.
You don't have to like it, Sarah. You just have to follow orders.
Yes, Father.
So, you're back. We had feared both you and the Gek were lost. Were you successful?
Well, sort of.
Excellent. With that, we hold the key to keeping the Enclave from controlling the Purifier. What do you mean? Explain yourself. If you have any other information, tell me now before we mobilize. Any help you can give might save lives.
Eden wanted me to sabotage the project with some sort of virus. Jag har ju typ alltihop.
Is it now? That's an unexpected but welcome surprise. Hopefully it'll reduce their ability to defend themselves. With that in mind, we need to revise our strategy.
If the Enclave has the Gek, there's nothing stopping them from starting the Purifier. They'll figure out the code eventually.
I'm afraid you're right. We need to act now while we can.
Send the Pride in. We can do it. We can win this.
All right, Sarah. The Pride goes in. But I want them to have some extra firepower. Rothschild, is it ready?
What? No, I mean, Lee and I have solved the power problems, but we've only barely finished diagnostic tests.
Ja.
It's not ready for field tests, let alone live fire situations. The weapons haven't been calibrated, the navigation detection system is offline.
Rothschild, enough. Can you make it work?
Honestly, I don't know. I think we can scrape by, and I suppose if we can't, it won't matter in the long run anyway.
Then it's decided. Sarah, you take the Pride and use the robot as support. Take our friend here and secure that Purifier.
Yes, sir. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that my father and I have been talking. The Pride and I have decided that after all you've survived, you've done enough to be an honorary member of Lion's Pride. So congratulations. Membership comes with some privileges, including our power armor. You want the full suit or the recon armor? All right, here you go. I hope it fits. So you think you can handle this? Now that's what I like to hear, soldier. You all packed? We're not coming back here anytime soon. Okay, don't be nervous. You'll have the whole Pride backing you up. Not to mention this giant tin can. Just stay safe until we reach the purifier. You're no good to us if you're dead. And don't let that thing step on you. Okay, we're going to go over it one more time. The Pride is on me. The goal is Project Purity, but we can't get into the facility with those energy fields up. Rothschild and Lee say this robot should be able to take down the energy fields. So we're on fire support. We stay close to the thing, keep it clear, and get it to where it needs to go. Once the fields are down, we head straight for the facility. We'll use the robot to keep them occupied while we get inside and secure the control room. We need to move quickly before we lose the chance to surprise them. Get whatever supplies you don't already have, and we'll meet in the Bailey. When we're done with this, everyone can have a nice cold glass of water on me. Let's move. All right, Rothschild, fire it up. Pride, move out!
And jag kan inte röra mig riktigt. Så att jag vill ju ta på mig dräkten. Nu. Det ser ut då. Ja, det var en liten pluttig sak. Jag får kanske byta sen. Men den hade väl bättre 28,4. Vad hade jag på mig innan? 1 och 20. Ja, bättre än vad jag hade innan. What? Den där utgången. Jaha.
Obstruction detected. Composition: titanium alloy supplemented by photonic resonance barrier. Probability of mission entrance: 0.
Ser inga fiender ens.
Communism is the very definition of failure. Engaging Chinese invader.
Holy crap. Communism is a temporary setback on the road to freedom. Sprängs ganska mycket här. Han var ju ganska cool. Roboten menar jag. Bara kolla. Weapons. Nu har jag massa såna här gevär.
Anchorage will be communism is the very definition of fear. China will fail. China will fall.
Missile launcher. Den kan vi också ta. Och bara kolla missile launcher. Jag hade bara en. Vad hände med honom?
Freedom is the sovereign right of every American.
I want those targets down now!
Hit in vi ska? Nej. Vart tog roboten vägen? Han är där.
To arms, brothers, to arms! Keep firing! They bleed just like anything else!
Nej. Jag vet, nu blev jag overcome, men kör en sån här igen. Han bara kastar stora bomber.
Significant obstruction detected. Composition: titanium alloy supplemented by enhanced photonic resonance barrier. Established stratagem inadequate. Revised stratagem. Initiate photonic resonance overcharge.
Project Impurity. Reach the control room. Där var jag ganska nära. Jag ska se, vi tar ett steampack. Sen tänkte jag skulle köra lite pulse grenades. Plasma grenade.
Communism is alive.
Ja. Nu kan vi ta den där.
Commencing tactical assessment. Red Chinese threat detected.
Ja, det var ju dumt. Jag får ta med det där. Jag har ju inget, har ju bara ett. Antar jag nu. Laser rifle. Ja, den där kan vi dumpa. Ska vi in här på något vis eller känns det som att vi ska ner där? Där tar den här slut, men vi kanske inte skulle upp där. Men hur kommer vi in där då på bästa sätt? Har kanske ingången där nere? Precis.
Need something, friend?
Watch your spacing. Concentrate your fire. Watch your spacing. Concentrate your fire. Concentrate your fire.
Noodles. Jag vet inte, jag ska lära mig att jag fortfarande kolla av allting. De har ju Stimpaks allihopa här ju. Eller alla har ju inte det, men Plasma Rifle måste vi ta. Jag vet att det är dumt, då kör vi repair på den. Igen. Kan vi faktiskt göra ett så här också. Gör ett bra. Nej, vänta. Det är det jag skulle kolla. Jag skulle kolla Plasma Rifle. 1800.
Watch your spacing. Concentrate your fire.
Och det är också rätt snyggt. Kolla. Känns det som jag börjar närma mig slutet på spelet faktiskt.
You again. I can't say I'm surprised. You and your ilk seem hell-bent on destroying everything our government has worked to achieve. There's nothing to stop me from killing you this time. Let's end this. You're in over your head, I'm afraid. But this is the path you choose for yourself. Tell your father I said hello.
Så snabbt gick det att döda honom.
They bleed just like
Ja just det, dödade jag någon så får jag full vatt. Det är det som var bra. Här behöver jag verkligen döda honom också. Så jag kan ta lite aid.
Well, that takes care of that. By
Jajamän.
now, the Pride should be mopping up whatever opposition is left outside. Let's get this room secured.
Jag ska kolla vad han hade för något. Energy cell. Gatling laser. Vart tar han vägen? Gatling laser, energy cell. Jag vet att jag borde kunna ta och sätta ihop Gatling laser nu. Tyckte ni undrar vart tar han vägen? Att han var en goopile? Nej. Tänkte jag skulle ta och söka av honom också, men det...
There's pressure building up in the holding tanks. It needs to be released now, or else the whole facility could explode. To release the pressure, you're going to have to turn the purifier on. Do you understand me? It has to be turned on now. If I'm reading this right, I'm afraid there are lethal levels of radiation inside the chamber. I'm sorry. I wish there was some other way, but there's just no time. It has to be done now, or the damage will be catastrophic.
Well, so much for celebrating. One of us is going to have to go in there and turn the damn thing on. And whoever does it isn't coming back out. Not exactly how I imagined going out, you know? So, what should we do? Draw straws? You're going to have to be quick about it. If the radiation is bad enough, you won't have much time. I won't forget what you've done here. No one will. Thank you.
Kommer jag dö här nu då eller? Nej, jag vet inte vad är det för kod. Är det jag en miss nu eller?
I spoke with Dr. Lee Madison at Rivet City. It went about as well as I expected. That is to say, she thinks I'm completely mad. It's time to go. The project was in trouble before, both internally and externally. Progress has come to a halt, both because our recalculations have gotten us nowhere, and because the mutant attacks occur several times a day. I regret that it has come to this. I know that if I leave, our work may come to an end. Madison has never been on the best of terms. I'm off to Vault 112 to search for anything of Vermont's that might help me get this purifier up and running. All I know is that it's west of someplace called...
That batch of tests was inconclusive, but Madison and I are...
Oh. Here we are again. Project Purity and me.
Gör så här.
It's been close to 20 years.
Nej. Load. Ja, det är redan där. Ja, vi får köra. Jag måste komma på koden.
You again. I can't say I'm surprised. You and your ilk seem hell-bent on destroying everything our government has worked to achieve. There's nothing... I beg to... One... You're in... Once you're... This and...
Nu ska vi se då om man hittar honom någonstans. Han blir en goopile direkt och trillar ner där. Nu behöver jag dra lite stimpacks.
Keep firing. They bleed just like anything else.
Well, that takes...
Hello? Hello? Is anyone there?
Dr. Lee, it's Sarah Lyons.
Ja, vi gör samma sak igen.
I'm in the control room. We're both here. What's going on?
Så där han ner där.
Some of it looks accidental, some of it may have been sabotage. There's pressure building up in the holding tanks. It needs to be released now, or else the whole facility could explode. To release the pressure, you're going to have to turn the purifier on. Do you understand me? It has to be turned on now. If I'm reading this right, I'm afraid there are lethal levels of radiation inside the chamber. I'm sorry. I wish there was some other way, but there's just no time. It has to be done now, or the damage will be catastrophic.
Well, one of us... Not...
Ja, vi kör väl den. No, I am going in there.
You're going to have to be quick about... I won't for...
Jag har inte koden, va? Har jag den? Vilken är den senaste jag hittat då? Jag har ju lyssnat på alla de här ju.
Well, here we are again. Project Purity and me. It's been close to 20 years since my last entry. Since I left all of this behind to make a life for my daughter. We've spent that time in Vault 101, tucked away from the rest of the world. It wasn't perfect,
Vad som
but it
hände
was
här.
safe, and that's all I could have hoped for. Now my daughter is a grown woman. Beautiful, intelligent, confident. Just like her mother. And as hard as it was to admit it, she doesn't need her daddy anymore.
Vad är det för kod?
If you're still there, the purifier needs to be activated now. You don't have much time left.
Jag kan inte bara chansa. Igen, vad är koden? Nej, jag hann inte.
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101, intent on discovering the fate of a father who had once sacrificed the future of humanity for that of his only child. The capital wasteland proved a cruel, inhospitable place, but the lone wanderer refused to surrender to the vices that had claimed so many others. The values passed on from father to child: selflessness, compassion, honor, guided this noble soul through countless trials and triumphs. It was not until the end of this long road that the lone wanderer was faced with that greatest of virtues, sacrifice. But the child refused to follow the father's selfless example. So ends the story of the lone wanderer, who stepped through the great door of Vault 101 and into the annals of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close, for the struggle of survival is a war without end. And war never changes.
En liten rolig anekdot där med War Never Changes, det är att i alla de här Solid Snake-spelen eller Metal Gear-spelen så säger de War has changed. Ja. Load. Vi testar igen då.
There's nothing to stop me.
Se om man klarar den här nu då.
I beg to differ. Once the American people are worth fighting for. The future must be secured. I won't let you stand in the way of that. And what would you have me do? Let you have everything I've worked to build? Let you destroy it all? And you would just let me leave? How can I be sure you won't just shoot me once I turn my back on you? I suppose it doesn't matter much now. Very well. I shall leave you to your fate.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you just let him walk away. It's amazing the world hasn't beaten that out of you. You just better hope it doesn't come back to bite you. Now let's get this place locked down.
Nu ska vi se, vad kan det finnas då? Jag kan inte... Bara någon liten ledtråd så skulle jag kunna... Jaha, det går inte att ta sig runt den vägen heller. Jag trodde man kunde gå runt.
You're going to have to turn the purifier on. Do you understand me? It has to be turned on now. If I'm reading this right, I'm afraid there are lethal levels of radiation inside the chamber. I'm sorry. I wish there was some other way, but there's just no time. It has to be done now, or the damage will be catastrophic.
Well, so much for celebrating. One of us is going to have to go in there and turn the damn thing on. And whoever does it isn't coming back out. Not exactly how I imagined going out, you know? So, what should we do? Draw straws? You're going to have to be... I won't forget...
Jag får väl köra. Testa det som man tror att det kan vara. Jag har ju aktiverat den. Jag lyckades med det. Nej, nu dog jag. Då dog jag. Då får vi se det sista slutet också om jag skickar in henne. Men nu blev det rent i alla fall.
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101, intent on discovering the fate of a father who had once sacrificed the future of humanity for that of his only child.
Borde kunna ha med Fawkes.
The capital wasteland proved a cruel, inhospitable place, but the lone wanderer refused to surrender to the vices that had claimed so many others. The values passed on from father to child: selflessness, compassion, honor guided this noble soul through countless trials and triumphs. But it was not until the end of this long road that the lone wanderer learned the true meaning of that greatest of virtues, sacrifice. Stepping into the irradiated control chamber of Project Purity, the child followed the example of the father, sacrificing life itself for the greater good of mankind. Thankfully, when selected by the sinister president to be his instrument of annihilation, the Wanderer refused. Humanity, with all its flaws, was deemed worthy of preservation. The waters of life flowed at last, free and pure for any and all. The capital wasteland, at long last, was saved. So ends the story of the Lone Wanderer, who stepped through the great door of Vault 101 and into the annals of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close, for the struggle of survival is a war without end. And war never changes.
Jag måste testa och köra en gång med Fox också. Men det kanske får bli nästa film. Jag får se om vi tar load. Jag ser hur långt bak jag måste gå. Om jag kan köra, vad heter det nu? Jag tror att jag behöver göra den där vi kommer inte komma tillbaka hit på ett tag. Jag tror att jag måste hoppa därifrån. When enemies are nearby. Nu då. Det gick. Du kan ju ta och gå in med Fox. För Fox, han kan ju...
You want something?
Han kan ju klara av the radiation. Och det är så jag tänkte. Då kan han ju gå in och då får jag bara säga vilken kod han ska ta. Det var ju 216. Apropå det så har jag köpt massa grejer här. Workbench. Laboratory. Jukebox.
I had hoped you'd return. What now?
Follow me, let's get going.
With all due haste. And I shall follow.
Bra. Går vi ut här och sen tar vi fast travel igen då. Crap. Jag trodde jag skulle kunna fast travela till det här stället. Nu ska vi se vart det är vi ska. Ja, vi har ju gått till den här vägen. Och dödat alla på vägen. Men nu är Fox med. Då kan vi se om vi kan ta oss in och kommer. Ja, du står i vägen här nu, hörru. Jag kanske får hoppa tillbaka längre. Det får nog bli i nästa video helt enkelt. Som jag testar att köra in med Fox. Men så därför blir allt för idag. Jag hoppas ni tyckte det var roligt att titta på. Har ni det så dra gärna en tumme upp på videon och tryck gärna på prenumerationsknappen också. Ja, och kommentera gärna vad ni tycker jag ska spela efter det här, som jag sa i förra videon också. Om jag ska spela vidare på Fallout 4 eller om jag ska spela någonting annat. Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 70, Vault 76 heter det väl, va? Tittar jag här vad jag har för mina PlayStation-spel. Eller Dungeon Keeper 2. Ja. Men fram till nästa gång så säger vi helt enkelt hej hej.